All right, today we're jumping into the deep end of the occult to look at one of the weirdest figures you'll find in any grimoire, a demon named Buer. And trust me, this is a character that's going to flip everything you think you know about demons completely on its head. So let me ask you, when I say the word demon, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most people, right, it's something, well, something pretty dark and sinister.
Yeah, exactly. You're probably thinking of tempters, right? Destroyers, just sources of pure, unadulterated evil. But Bulger, Bulger just doesn't fit that mold at all.
So here's the big twist, the central paradox of this whole thing. Bougier is listed right there in the Ars Goetia, the famous playbook of demons. But his job description? It's not destruction, it's healing. Yeah, you heard that right. A demon who heals. And what's really cool is that Bougier is kind of the new kid on the block, demon-wise. He doesn't show up in texts until the 16th century. And that timing is so important because he's really a product of the Renaissance, this era all about practical knowledge, education, and what they called natural philosophy.
All right, so let's dig into the files. Let's pull up Jenner's official demonic resume from these old grimoires and see exactly what we're working with here.
Okay, first thing you'll notice, his rank is president. Now, in the hierarchy of hell, that's a big deal. It's like a high-level executive position. This tells us we're not talking about some mindless, raging beast. A president has specialized knowledge, real authority, and in his case, commands 50 legions of spirits. That's some serious management. And his appearance. Okay, this is where things get truly wonderfully bizarre. The books say he looks like a head, some say a lion's head, stuck in the middle of a pentagram, with 5 goat legs sticking out. And he moves by rolling, like a wheel, in any direction. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's an image that really sticks with you.
But that strange form isn't just for show, it is absolutely loaded with meaning. That whole rolling wheel thing, it's all about the cycles of nature, health and sickness, life and death. The pentagram shape, that points to having power over the physical world. Those goat legs are a nod to both medicine and, well, classic demonic imagery. And the whole thing looks like a star or the sun, which of course points to vitality, energy, and health.
Okay, so a rolling, star-shaped, goat-legged demon. What's his actual job? Let's get into the specifics of his skill set, because this is what really sets him apart. First, a quick history lesson. The texts say Boucher teaches natural philosophy. All that means is what people in the Renaissance called science. It's the study of nature, the physical world. Think of it as the great-grandfather of modern biology, botany, and especially medicine. And that brings us right to Boucher's 3 main gigs. Number 1, he teaches moral and natural philosophy, so ethics and science. Number 2, he knows the secrets of every single medicinal herb. And number 3, and this is the big one, he can cure all diseases. Not some, all. So he's not just some spirit, he's basically a professor and a master doctor rolled into one. So a demon who heals. You see the problem here, right? This creates a massive conflict, a real dilemma. It makes you stop and ask, what does it even mean to get help from a source like that? Just to put this in perspective, let's look at one of his colleagues, another demon named Marbus. Now, Marbus can also heal you, but here's the thing. He can also make you sick. He plays both sides. He's dangerous, unpredictable. Buer, on the other hand, the texts paint him as being completely focused on the good stuff, healing and teaching, no ambiguity. And get this, the parallel gets even crazier. Think about Buer's job, cures all diseases, teaches wisdom. Now think about the Archangel Raphael. His whole thing is healing. His name literally means God heals. And he's associated with wisdom. It's almost the exact same job description. We're looking at a demon who, on paper, does the work of an angel. How wild is that? So, all of this leads to the one big, glaring question. The one you have to ask when something seems way, way too good to be true. Right. What's the catch? And yeah, there are a few possibilities. First, look at the source. Can anything that comes from an infernal being really be good? Then you've got the whole medical ethics thing. Is it okay to use magic to cure someone? And finally, there's always the hidden cost. These goetic spirits, they don't do things for free. There's always a price, even if they don't tell you what it is up front. So flash forward to today. How do we make sense of a character like Buer now? Let's check out a few modern interpretations. You can basically look at it in 3 different ways. There's the psychological take, which says Bucher is just a symbol, an archetype for our own mind's power to heal itself. Then you have the occult view, which takes it literally. Bucher is a real entity you can actually contact for help. And of course, there's the skeptical view. This suggests Bucher is just a cool personification of scientific wisdom, maybe even a clever memory tool that ancient herbalists used to remember their lore.
And that brings us to this thought that really sums up the whole Bujer problem perfectly. The idea is that powerful healing knowledge is out there. It's accessible to anyone who's willing to look for it. But it comes with a giant warning label. Be careful where you get it from. And always, always be aware of the price.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Let's say it was real. If you had the chance to learn how to cure any disease, but you had to get that knowledge from a demon, would you do it? Is that kind of knowledge worth any price?